This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in the last session, we discussed about that how to implement CI/CD for Java project using the pipeline project. So in that one, we have written that script, pipeline script in the scripted way, right? So now we'll discuss about that in the declarative way, right? I hope everyone has practiced this one, CI/CD using that pipeline script, the scripted way. Hmm? Anybody have any questions? The last session? No, sir. Sunday we didn't practice, sir. Went to out. Huh? So now we'll discuss about that how to write the pipeline script in declarative way. See, when you're writing the script in the pipeline this scripted way, we are starting with node, right? So here we are going to start with that pipeline. So flower bracket open, close. But however, we use it that node in the node in the declarative way. Here we are going to use the pipeline. So inside that node, we were writing that stages, right? So by default, in which node it is going to run the pipe? It is going to run the pipeline script, master node. So that's why we didn't specify any node name. So if you want to specify the node name, we are going to keep like this one, master or whatever the node name here, right? But in the pipeline, okay, are we going to specify like this one? No. Here we are going to specify inside that pipeline block agent any. So agent any means by default it is going to run in the master instance. So if you want to run in some specific node, what we'll do? Keep this comment, 2 forward slashes, it is going to consider as a comment. Here you can specify agent, flower bracket open, close. Right here label and within the single quote here mention the node name. So whatever the node where you want to execute your pipeline script, specify that node name here. Okay, so if you remove this one and if you keep like this one, what will happen? Only it is going to run in the master instance, right? So then if it is a scripted way, we are going to specify that stages, right? We are going to specify the stages, but we are going to keep all the stages inside the stages tag, stages block. So inside the stages block, you can keep that various stages. So first stage, what is the what is the first stage? We need to check out the code. Check out code. So flower bracket open, close. So if you see here, if it is a scripted way, directly we are going to keep this code snippet, right? But here, if you keep like this one, will it work? So here agent any means yes, it will take by default master. It will consider it is a master, right? If you want to specify other than master, you have to keep like this one agent Okay, label, the label name here means that whatever that node name here. Okay, so if you remove this one and if you keep like this one, it is going to run by default in the master instance. Okay, so here if you see, if you keep like this one, it is not going to work. But if it is a scripted way, within the stage we are going to keep. But here within the stage we have to keep one more section called as steps, flower bracket open, close. So like this you have to write that each stage inside the stages. So inside the stage, whatever the code you want to execute, you have to keep within the steps, right? So this is the checkout code stage. So after this stage is over, see within the stages, how to know whether we are in within the stage or not? Just keep the cursor here, just double click. It is going to highlight where it is closed. Okay, so here keep that one more stage. So what is the one more stage? What is the another stage? After getting code, what we are going to do? We are going to do the build, flower bracket open, close, right? So once we'll get the code, we need to do the build, right? So within the stage, again we are going to write that steps, flower bracket open, close. Here we are going to use that which command? Mvn clean package, Mvn clean package, right? So if you execute like this one, it is not going to work. Why? Because Maven is not installed in the Linux server. How we have configured Maven? In a Jenkins server, right? Let's see. First we are going to execute these two goals and we are going to get the error. Let's see how to fix that one. Here create login with the Mithun Technologies. Click on new item, pipeline, declarative way. Select this pipeline, and OK. Just scroll down. So first we'll write the script here. Okay. See, first stage is going to work. Second stage is going to fail. Let's see. Can you guess what kind of error we are going to get? Mn command not found. Right. Error code is 127. Let's try to run. Click on build now. So build number 1. See, checkout code. This stage has successful. When it is doing the build, it has failed. Click on this build number. Click on console output. See here. When it is executing mvn clean package, it is saying that command not found. Script return that 127. 127 means command not found. So if it is a scripted way, what we did, we have created one variable using the def keyword. But in the declarative way, we are not going to create like that one. So what we are going to do? So in the after agent, before stages, we are going to create one more section called as tools, flower bracket open, close. Here specify that Maven space. So whatever the name we have used, what is the name we have used? Maven 3.6.2, right? So whatever the name you have configured in the Jenkins under global tool configuration Maven section, whatever the name you have given, that name you have to give here. So whatever the version you want, keep that one. See, if you go to the Jenkins, go to the manage Jenkins, and if you see here global tool configuration, we have configured two versions. Go to the Maven installation, 3.8.2, 3.6.2, right? So now I want to use the 3.6.2. Just you can mention tools, Maven. So guys, these are the keywords, tools, Maven. But this one, whatever the name you have configured, that name you have to give. So automatically Maven is going to be available in all the stages, right? So after that, you don't want to do anything. Just add this block in your pipeline script. Go to the job, click on configure. So before stages, add this one, tools, Maven, the name, whatever the tool you want to use, whatever the version you want to. So under these tools, if you go and see global tool configuration, you will see that Ant, Maven, Gradle and all. So like this Maven, can I configure other tools also? Yes, you can configure. And whatever the Ant version you have configured, you can keep it. Git, you can use like this one, Git, Ant, right? So those version you can specify. These are the predefined keywords. You have to use exactly like this one only, right? So now save this one. Okay, you can click on build now. See now it is going on. See, build is successful. If you go and see that package has created, click on console output. Just scroll down. Observe here, building where file. It has created a package. It has created a package. Maven web application that where file has created. Right. So after doing the build, what we need to do? We need to execute the SonarQube report. Okay. So within the stages, okay, we need to write one more stage execute SonarQube report. So within the stage, you have to write that the steps. Here you have to use sh mvn sonar. Right. Subramanian is asking, in one stage can we add multiple steps? So I didn't try it. Let's try it. Okay, usually we are not going to, but within the steps you can keep what are the commands you want to execute. I think it is not going to allow within the stages n number of steps. Okay, so let me add this step in build stage. Let's go and see. I think it will give the error. So what is requirement? What he is asking, within the stage, can I add multiple steps like this one? This is one step. This is another step. Right? It's not going to work. Let's see. See, we are getting the error. Go to the console output. Observe here. See, multiple occurrences of the steps section, line number 19, column 2, under this particular stage. Multiple occurrences of the steps. So multiple times the steps section it came. Okay, so it is not going to work. Okay, so take this one, go to your job, click on configure. Okay, so go here, so remove this one. Okay, so see, okay, so this is the closing of the build stage. Keep here, save it. Again, do the build now. So go to that SonarQube dashboard. It is showing that last analysis October 3rd. Okay. Mhm. I think someone has used this Jenkins URL. So that's why I see October yesterday night. Hmm? I didn't use it yesterday. Someone has used this URL. So now it happened. See, October 4th, 2027, 2021, 7:54, 7:52 a.m. Right. So if you go and see that log here, see, executing SonarQube report, this stage has successful. So after that, what we are going to do? We'll write one more stage. Okay. Here we are going to upload the artifact into the artifact repository. Right. Upload Nexus repository. Upload artifacts into Nexus repository. So for that one, you can use the term clean deploy. Right. So can we use that here also? The clean goal? Yes, you can use clean goal along with any other goals. Right. So let me add here to our job. We can configure. So here. So guys, if you want, you can keep that here. Steps closing. This one pipeline closing. Right. Save it. So if you go and see what login admin. So if you see right now, nothing is there. Yes. Now go and trigger this job. So checkout code build is over. Now it's executing SonarQube report. Once it is done, it will go to the uploading artifact repository. Okay. Can we install Sonar Nexus in Jenkins? How we install like Maven rather than installing manually in other Linux servers? Yes, you can install all the softwares in one Linux server also. If you want, you can do it like that one also. But in the real time, we are going to install different servers, right? Jenkins, we are going to install different Linux server. Maven, Java, Jenkins, in all one Linux server. Tomcat, SonarKube, Nexus are in different servers. Right? Why? Because Maven we are going to install in same Linux server where Jenkins is running. So there only we are going to do the build, right? In the same Linux server where your Jenkins is running. In that Linux server, Maven build is going to be happen. So there it should be Maven should be installed. Right? See now it has uploaded artifact into Nexus. If you go here now, just click on browse. See it has uploaded. Right? See here it has uploaded today 7:55. Okay. So what is the next stage? After uploading artifact, we need to deploy, right? So the next stage is deploy application into Tomcat server. Deploy application into the Tomcat server. This is the one stage. So inside this one, keep that steps. So here we are going to write that which command? SCP command. So in the last session, whatever we use that SCP command, you can use it. It is going to work, right? This one, because I didn't restarted my server, so you don't want to change IP address also. When we are going to change IP address, if you have restarted your server, then when you are going to restart the server, IP address is going to be changed, right? So that time you have to change here. So now what I will do, first I will undeploy the application into the from the Tomcat server. So just click on undeploy. So it has undeployed, right? So Rahul is asking, can we use the local IP address? No, it is not going to work. Right? If your IP address is reachable by over the internet, you can use it. Right? Suppose your laptop IP address is reachable in the internet, you can able to. But if it has to be accessible over the internet, you have to configure in that domain name, right? You are not able to. Within that network, you can able to access that one, right? Within that network. So now go to your job, okay? Click on configure, add this particular stage, okay? Copy, go to your job. So this one, save it, build now. Okay. Nathan is asking in a real time which one we are going to set, scripted or declarative way. So declarative way, because many features are there. I will show you one by one. Okay, and very simple functions are there. With the help of that one, we can achieve that whatever the requirement we have. And here we are getting the error. Which one? Deploying application Tomcat server. Let's see why. Console output. So permission denied. Last connection. Okay, okay, got it. Can you guess? Did we added that SSH token? No, right? No. Yes. See, inside the steps, okay, before using this one, what we have to do? We have to use this SSH token. So this SSH agent token, copy this one, go here, within the steps, use this one. So you have to use that one more closing bracket, right? See, clearly it is saying that permission denied public key. It is trying to connect. It is not last connection. It is not connected. Okay. So go here, can configure. Okay. So here, add this one under steps. So here under steps, add this one SSH agent. Inside SSH agent, add this one. Save it. Click on build now. See now, deploying the application Tomcat server is successful. Now you can go here, just click on list apps, right? See, application is deployed. Right click on open link in new tab. See, it is working, right? So now I want to send the email notification. So for sending the email notification, if it is a scripted way, we are going to write one stage, right? But here, outside of the stage, okay, outside of the stages. So here we are going to write one section called as post flower bracket open close. Here we are going to write that logic to send the email notification. Okay, so here in the post section we have again always, okay, success, failure, right? So like this, three sections are there: always, success, failure. Always, success, failure. Two sections, these three sections are there. Means, so irrespective of build, I want to send a email notification. So that time you can use that always. So if you want to send a when if it is successful, that time I want to send one email, and the email message will be different. So that time you can use success. So when the job is failure, that time I want to send that other template. So that time you can keep that whatever that different template inside this failure, right? So like that you can use that always, success, failure, like that one, right? So if you want to send the email notification when it is success, so keep that code snippet here. So if you don't want always, you can remove it. So your requirement is when my job is successful, I want to send one message. If it is failure, I want to send different this one. So that time you can use these two sections: success section and failure section, right? So go to that snippet generator, go to the sample snip here. So we are configuring that mail. You can use mail to DevOps training BLR gmail.com. To also meeting same BCC build success. Build success. Regards Maven Technologies. Okay. Then click on generate pipeline script. So take this content, go and keep inside this success. Okay. So under failure, keep this one and mention that build failed. Right. build failed. This is body, and the subject also is there, na? And the subject also keep that build failed. Right. So like this, you can keep it different templates for success and failure also. Okay. So copy this one from here to here and keep inside this your job. Go to the job, can configure here. Okay. Save it, done, build now. So seems it has failed. Let's see. Console output. So what it is in expected. Let me check it. Maybe I didn't properly place that. Aha. If you observe here, I kept it inside that steps. You should not supposed to keep this post section within the steps. Okay. Already I have mentioned what you will do. Take this one. So after steps closing, you have to keep here. Hmm? So, build now. You know, see, it is executing one by one stage. After stage or after steps? After steps, see, within the, see, this is the stages tag, right? So this is a closing one. After the closing, that the stages block, you have to write this one. Okay. Okay. So like this, you can write it. So if you use that, if you see here, mail, it is starting like this one, right? So if you go here and if you use that instead of mail, if you use that extended email, okay. So to whom you need to send? DevOps, training, BLR, rate, gmail.com, right? So subject, build, over. So if you click on this generate pipeline script, just observe instead of mail, it is saying that email text body. Just observe, just it has changed. Apart from that one, no difference. Here it is saying that mail, but here email text to from BCC, right? Just this one is going to change, right? So like this, you can configure that SM, the mail feature. Now I want to keep that only the 5 builds, last 5 builds, right? So for that one, what we are going to do, we are going to write one section after this tools, options, options, flower bracket open and close. So Dayanand is asking, sir, is there any, is there is a requirement to work on the something which is not there in the snippet generator? How do we manage it? We have to write manually. So you know the flow, right? Right. So initially you can use the snippet generator and take that help. Later, once you are familiar, once you are expert, you can write your own way also. Under options, okay. If you go and see here under snippet generator, okay, so we have configured here. So go here under snippet generator, uh, properties, na? Properties. So I want to use the discard wall bills, right? So I want to keep maximum number of bills 5, right? With artifacts 5, right? So just so I'm not using this one. See here it is giving, na? So just copy this one. So within this properties you can mention, but don't use this one properties. Remove this one. See here I'm removing properties, one flower bracket, one close. Same way here you have to remove this one. Closing also. If you remove that open flower bracket and open square bracket, you have to close. Also you have to remove it, right? So like this you can use that discard word bits. Okay. So now if you want to keep that timestamp, if you see, did you remember when we are discussing about that freestyle project, we have added the timestamp, right? So I want to add the timestamp for this one. So for that one, we have one function called as timestamps. Just one function is that timestamps. Just if you add this one, automatically it is going to add the timestamps to your job in the console output, right? So if you want to add that pool SCM, so we are going to use that another tag. So however we use the options, tools and all, we are going to use that different tag called as triggers. Flower bracket open, close. So discard Jay Shankar is asking one question. Discard world build from the build artifacts means delete the build from Nexus artifacts or within our jobs builds are going to delete. Guys, can you answer for Jay Shankar answer? Jay Shankar question. See, it is going to delete from your Jenkins server only, not from the Nexus server, right? See here, builds are there, right? So n number of builds are there. So if you want to maintain last 5 builds means it is going to delete only from your Jenkins server, not from the Nexus server. Okay. So click on configure. So here we are going to add in the before stages. So if you keep anything before stages means within that part you can use that it is going to apply for all the stages. It will be available for all the stages. So what I will do, I will add this options tag and trigger. Okay, so triggers. See, if you want to execute the, if you want to configure that pool SCM, so go to your snippet generator, select that pool SCM. Okay, so remove this one. Here, 5 stars. See here, pool SCM. So already we used that one. Just take this one, pool SCM. That's all. This is one function. Keep it here. Pool SCM. Suppose if you want to use that build periodically, uncheck this one. Use here build periodically. Star separated by space. 5 stars. See here, cron. Right. So this is for pool SCM. Below one for build periodically. Right. If you want that GitHub webhook, go here, uncheck this one, GitHub webhook, generated. See, just GitHub push. So based on your requirement, you can use it. So how to comment it? This is a single line comment. Right. So I am commenting that build periodically GitHub webhook. Just I am enabling that full SCM. So now you can add this options section and the triggers. Copy, go to your job. Okay. So below before stages you can add. See, I have commented these lines. That's why it is not highlighted. It is grayed out. So Arvind is asking, in scripted way, can we do like this one? No, we don't have. Okay, save it. Click on build now. So build number 11 started. And one more important question here, if you uh, see, after getting the code, we can do the build and we can execute the SonarQube report. These two stages we can do in parallel also, na? Both at a time. Yes or no? Is it possible? Right now, what is happening? One by one stage, it is executing. Right? So you can use one tag called as parallel. Using that one, you can these two both tags at a time. These both stages you can execute at a time. So I will share that script. You can go ahead and you can use it. If you want, you can see here also one snippet generate is there under sample step parallel execution. Right? Click on this one. Parallel execution. Let's refresh it. Parallel execution. This is a snippet. No snippet generator available for this one. Okay, just use this keyword parallel. Okay, so I will share that 2-3 examples. Okay, related to declarative. So whatever I am writing here, na, I am going to share this one. Okay, so this is the pipeline script 1. Like that, I will add some more extra features and I will give it pipeline script 2. Another pipeline script 3, which is using in one of my project. Okay, I will share that one. So the third one, I'm going to share the 3 files. 1 and 2, you guys can go through now. So the third one, you can go through later after AWS and Docker Kubernetes, because in that one we used that Docker Kubernetes related code snippet also. Now you are not able to understand. Clear? So guys, do more practice and declarative way. So I have given that how we are going to do. You can explore more on this one based on your requirement. You can search in Google based on your requirement, whatever you want to do, it will be available all the options. Clear? Anybody have any questions on this one? Can we remove WAR file through pipeline instead of manually? We are not removing manually, right? We are deploying. Where we are removing manually? No, right? See now only the 5 builds are there, last 5 builds. And if you go and see console output, this timestamp also added. Sir, no, right? So in the Deepak is asking, can we ignore if any stage fails and execute the next stage? No. See here, if previous stage is failed, means definitely it's depend on the previous stage, right? Subramaniam is keep on asking one question: how to pass variables in runtime from the file? Okay, so can you give me one example? Which variables you want to pass? See here, it is adding the timestamp. Why? Because we use that timestamps one function here, timestamps. Right, so we enable the pool SM. If you go and see here, click on here, configure. If you go and see, pool SM is enabled. Same way, if you go and enable this cran, okay, so build periodical also going to enable. This one, GitHub webhook. So based on your requirement, whatever you want, that trigger process you want to use, trigger method, you can go ahead and enable it here. Clear? So this is about that declarative way. Do more practice on this declarative way. Clear? So next one is create the job, okay, using the multi-branch pipeline project type. See, so far we discussed about that pipeline project type, right? Maven project type, then freestyle, freestyle. So another one, multi-branch pipeline, multi-branch pipeline. So when we are going to use it? So Rahul is asking, how can we roll back if something goes wrong? See Rahul, using this one, whatever we are simple deployment, it is not possible. But if you want to implement this rollback and all, you have to use that deployment tools. Like you can use that urban code deploy, or you can use that Kubernetes. In the Kubernetes, we have a lot of deployment techniques are there. We are going to discuss there. Okay. So I have one requirement. I have one repository which is having that 50 repositories, 50 branches, 50 branches. I have this requirement in American Airlines project. When I was working for American Airlines project, I got the same requirement. So in that project, how they are using the branching strategy, each developer have one branch. Okay, so each developer. So here one repository is there. Assume in GitHub, American Airlines. So here 50 branches are there. So Balaji underscore dev, right? Bhaskar underscore dev, right? So like this, each developer have their own branches. So Balaji is working for his Balaji underscore dev branch. So Bhaskar is working on Bhaskar underscore dev branch. So like that, 50 developers are working for the American Airlines project. So they are not working on the development branch. Instead of working on development branch, every developer have their own branch. So now my requirement is I want to implement that continuous integration for all the branches. Only the continuous integration. In continuous integration, what we are going to do? As soon as developer pushes the code, that code is going to be tested and it is going to do a build. Right. So you want me to create that 50 jobs in the Jenkins now? It is very difficult, right? Creating 50 jobs. Instead of that one, just if you use that multi-branch pipeline project type, just if you give that repository URL, just if you give the repository URL, it is going to identify. Okay, so it is going to identify that all the branches, whatever the branches are there, for those branches, it is going to create the jobs. It is going to create the jobs, right? But if you want to create a multi-branch pipeline project, okay, if you want to create a multi-branch pipeline project type, your repository, each branch should have the pipeline script. Each branch should have the pipeline script. So in one of the interview, they asked this question. So if you want to create a job using the multi-branch pipeline, is each branch should have the pipeline script? Yes. Without pipeline script code, we are not able to create the job using the multi-branch pipeline. See, if you want to create a job using the pipeline or multi-branch pipeline, you are going to write a pipeline script. So already pipeline script is there in my repository. So I want to create a job for this particular for this particular repository. I want to implement that multi-branch pipeline, right? So let me, so total 6 branches are there, right now. So what I am going to do, I will remove this dev branch, UAT branch, whatever it is not required. So right now, if you see, 4 branches are there. What I will do, I will create that stage branch from master branch. I am going to create one more branch, UAT branch from stage branch. See, in all the branches, this particular file is there. Jenkins file, August batch 7:30 am IST 21. Now go to the master. In master branch also, this particular file is there. So go to the development branch. If you see in the development branch, do we have that particular file name? It is not there. We didn't create it, right? So now what I will do, I will create a job. So go to the Jenkins dashboard, click on new item, click on here, give the name. So I'm going to give multi-branch pipeline project type. Select here multi-branch pipeline, click on OK. So here branch sources. Under branch sources, add branch source, select the Git. So give the repository URL from where we need to get the code. So copy this repository URL and credentials. GitHub credentials. Here we are not going to specify any branch name because just in this multi-branch pipeline, once if you give the repository URL, it will go to that repository. It is going to check that what are the branches are there. And if you see here, we are going to use this file name. This is the pipeline script. Okay. See, build configuration by Jenkins file. Right. So you have to give this one. What will happen once if you click on save? Jenkins will go to this repository. It will see what are the branches are there, and in each branch it will check whether this particular file is there or not. This file is there. Using this particular pipeline script, it is going to create a job. Suppose if any branch is not having this particular file, what will happen? It is not going to create a job. So right now we have 6 branches are there. Out of 6 branches, only master, stage, UAT. These 3 branches are having that Jenkins file August batch 7:30 AM IST 2021. This particular script. Other branches don't have. So is it going to create a job for other 3 branches? No. Only master, UAT, stage. For these 3 branches, it is going to create a job. Let's see. Click on save, and automatically build is going to trigger. See what it is saying. Checking branches. Checking the branch. This is one branch name. What it is saying? This particular file is not found. So does not meet the criteria. Checking branch master. So it find this branch, this file in this particular branch. So met the criteria. So scheduled build for branch master means it is going to create a job. Same way for UAT branch. So this particular file is available. So it met the criteria. It is saying that scheduled build for branch UAT. Right. For this particular branch, there is no file found. So does not meet the criteria. So it is ignoring. It is not going to create a job. So for which branch with this particular file, it is find for those branches only build is going to trigger. Means it is going to create a job. Now go to this job name. If you observe here, UAT stage master. So jobs are created and a build is happening. So if you go any job, click on console output. See here, build is triggering. Build is triggered, and it is happening. Build is going on. Clear? So like this, we didn't create it. Automatically, these jobs are created with the branch names. Whatever the branch name is there in that repository, with that branch name, it is going to create it. Clear? So now I want to enable that like pool SM and that kind of section, that kind of feature. So if any developer push the code, build has to trigger. Okay, so guys, I got 2 times this kind of requirement. So first time is like for in around 4 years back in American Airlines project, we got this one. After that, one of my student, he joined in Sapient. So that time he got the same requirement. Okay, just they want to implement continuous integration. no deployment and that. Okay, so whatever the developer developed the code, for that one we need to do the build. So once build is successful, if he feels everything is good, he is going to create a pull request and they are going to merge it to the development branch. Okay, one development branch is there. So now I want to enable that build theoretically or full SM. So we don't have all those kind of three options here, GitHub webhook and all. So if you go and see here, click on configure, just scroll down. We don't have that kind of options here. See, but you'll see here, scan multi-branch pipeline triggers. Click enable this checkbox. Build periodically. If not, otherwise run. Interval time they have given some predefined intervals. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I will select that 1 minute and I will save it. So now what will happen? Whatever that first it will go to this particular branch, this repository. So whatever that branches are updated, those particular respective job are going to trigger. Suppose if you see here, master job is there. So if you update the code in master branch, so build is going to trigger for only master branch or stage and derivative branches also. Suppose if I go to that repository, if I update the code in master branch, so build is going to trigger for master job or other jobs also. Only the master job only. Okay, so let me update. Right now you see build number is 111. Now I will update that code in the master branch. So maybe I will delete this file. Okay, I will delete this file. Go here, delete, and commit changes. So if you want, you can give that deleting pipeline script. Yeah, commit changes. So we have updated code in the master branch. Right, deleting or updating means you are doing something, some changes in that particular branch. Right. Now if you see that the commit ID has changed. Right. So build is going to trigger for only for master job only. If you go and see here, go to here, just refresh it. Okay. See, build has triggered. Click on this job name. See here, build number 2. So this build is not triggered. Right. It is saying that branch indexing. But if you go to and see that build number 1, it will also first time, right? It is showing, it is going to show that branch indexing only, right? Because we didn't trigger. But if you go and see build number, this stage and all, build is not triggered, only build number 1 only. But if you go and see that master build number 2, so is it possible to trigger manually? Yes, you can go and see here, build now. Okay, for now stage it has triggered manually. Click on this one. See, it is showing that started by user Maven Technologies. Right. So like this, you can create a job using a multi-branch pipeline. Suppose if I delete any branch in the remote repository, suppose I'm going to delete that here UAT. What will happen? It is going to delete the job UAT job in the Jenkins also. After 1 minute, if you go and see that UAT job is going to delete, only 2 jobs will be available. So every minute, whatever the time interval we have configured, your Jenkins will go to that GitHub, and it will check, right? So what are the branches are there, and which branches are having with this pipeline script, and it is going to check. So if the branch is not there, definitely job also going to delete it. One second. Let's go and see here. Refresh it. See, do we have UAT job? UAT job has deleted automatically. Clear, guys? So it is not that much important, but I think 1 year back with one of our students, they asked, did you work on that multi-branch pipeline? And he asked that if you want to create a multi-branch pipeline project type, do we need pipeline script? Yes, we should. Sir, even declarative pipeline script we have to write in Jenkins file or directly in Jenkins. See, usually any script, whatever that script pipeline script we are going to write now, we are not going to keep in the job level. We are going to create a one repository. In that repository, we are going to keep this pipeline script. Okay, we are not going to keep in the job level. So, however, I have kept it na, for this particular job declarative is there na, this one. So, like this, we are not going to keep in the real time. So, okay, so let me keep this script here. So, create a file. Jenkins file declarative. Keep this one. Commit changes. Oh, August 2021. It is saying a file name with same already exists. That's why it is done. Save it. Now take this repository URL. Go to your job. So instead of pipeline script, we'll use that pipeline script from SCM. We'll use that git. Then repository URL. So branch repo credentials master branch. So the script name is, give that script name. So like this also you can configure. Okay. In the real time, usually we are going to do like this one only. The pipeline script we are going to write and we are going to keep into the repository. Any one of as part of your project code, or you can create separate repository. There also you can keep it. Right. Clear, guys? Okay. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about that these topics: master slave architecture, Jenkins backup, migration. So why this job is showing red color? Nandabala is asking. Usually why it is going to show that in the red color, Nandabala? Yeah? If the job, if the build is failed, if you see build is failure, if you go and see, go here, console output. So it is trying to send but the connection timeout. The SMTP server is not, means I have enabled that two-factor authentication for my Gmail. So that's why it is not sending. Okay. Can we download Jenkins file from GitHub and create a pipeline job on that one? Yes, you can do it. See, right now, whatever we configure na, for this declarative same way, what we are doing. So if you can't see, we are getting that pipeline script from this one. How Jenkins is going to identify if it is scripted where declarative way. Is it using that header tag? Yes, see here, if you go and see in our Jenkins file, if it is a declarative, it is going to start with pipeline, right? If it is a scripted way, it is going to start with node, right? Based on this one, it is going to identify whether it is scripted or declarative. Clear? So anybody have any questions, guys? Sir, even declarative pipeline script, we have to write Jenkins file or directly in Jenkins. Suresh Reddy, again and again I am saying, in the real time, we are not going to write the pipeline script here. Okay, just for practicing purpose, I showed you guys. Okay, you can keep here script and you can run it. In the real time, we are going to create a one file in the GitHub. There we are going to keep that pipeline script. With help of that repository URL, we are going to access this pipeline script. This pipeline script you can keep as part of your project code, or you can create separate repository. You can keep that all the files, right, pipeline script files, and you can access it. But in the real time, we are going to keep that pipeline script in the GitHub repository, not only GitHub, any source code management, but not in the Jenkins. We are not going to keep right like this one here. Okay, so thank you guys. So we'll see you tomorrow with these three topics. Okay, so I need 3 more days. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, then Thursday, Friday. I'm going to cover that resume preparation. So after resume preparation, maybe I will take that one session on monitoring tools. Let's see, like what is monitoring tools, why we need to use the monitoring tools, what type of monitoring tools are there. I will take. So only 2 hour session on resume preparation. Okay, one session I will complete it. Okay. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. So Nitin is asking, so Prometheus and Sandal? No, Prometheus, Grafana and all will be taken care by the Bala. Sir, I am going to give that overview of what is that monitoring tools, why we need to use the monitoring tools, which monitoring tools, when we are going to use. Just I will give that overview.